It's very important to bring people together, although we are all digital folks, there's nothing like bringing people together at an event or in the same room, to start talking about things. And too often people keep it very, very kind of, you say, polite and nice, right? I would rather that people get upset and get passionate about things. And I think that would be cool to see.
Healthcare is nothing but complex, and so being able to talk to people, particularly given the current environment with the uncertainty of what's happening in Washington, as well as the changes that are happening generally in healthcare, it's always interesting to check in with different people to hear what they're thinking, what their issues are, and what potentially some solutions are.
I'm most looking forward to learning about the ecosystem partners of Node and what initiatives they have going that are addressing simplification, that are addressing patient experience, and how are they advancing that, what support they have within their different health systems, for example, and who are the change leaders within the organization, what roles are really making a difference within my clients, really.
I think that the energy in a meeting like Node Health is a very positive and engaging one, because you have very bright people who all want to make things better. And what is better in healthcare? It's our ability to get people practicing at the top of their license. How do we get someone who has a bachelor's degree, who's a care coordinator, most effectively managing populations? How do we have an RN used most effectively in keeping people healthy? The same thing would apply to mid-level providers, nurse practitioners and physician's assistants, as well as to the physicians. And so decision support tools that could result from more intelligent technology could be very helpful in using this workforce to the tops of their licenses, and in addition creating more value-based care in the ambulatory environment, keeping people healthy and out of the hospital, keeping people from getting readmitted to the hospital, and even while they're in the hospital, making their care safer and more effective by standardization. And all of that, in some ways, hinges upon having a good and healthy relationship with our technology. Just having an electronic health record does not make health better. It's what you do with that electronic health record, and we're still in our infancy as a profession, as a nation, really as a world, in dealing with the digital revolution in medicine.
People need to take healthcare personally, and that's the big problem that we have in healthcare, that people don't. They see it as this one-off thing, once in a while something's going to happen to them, then I'll access the physician, and there's so much value in that whole process. I'm not going to complain about anything that is inconvenient to me, and then I'll just hope it never happens again, right? And that's unfortunate. We don't do that about airlines. If we get one small problem there, we're like complaining, getting on social media, getting upset, and very few people do that with healthcare. And I think we, as people that deliver that care or that organize people to start thinking about this in better ways, I think we need to get passionate about that, almost take it personally, and then try to do something about it. So I hope that can happen also at Node.
Node has announced the launch of the National Digital Medicine Registry. So we have 100 abstracts, ongoing pilots which were being submitted, and out of that we selected 80 which will go into the registry. So I think that's the next 2018 path for us. Our goal is that every digital medicine pilot that's happening in the United States and eventually abroad, we are able to bring that back so people can see what is happening, people can see the outcomes that's happening from them, and can ask other people if they are doing the pilots, hey, is this something going somewhere, or this is not a good technology to invest time or energy into it. That's one major initiative. The second bigger initiative we're doing with Node Health is we launched Digital Medicine University, where all the sessions in the conference today will be recorded and made available to members. So we can go back to our health system and go back to medical directors, clinical specialists in different categories, and kind of teach them the same thing which we are learning here in the conference. So we can take the best practice and really make it scalable when we go back to our health system. So Digital Medicine University will be an online curriculum which will take all the videos we are doing all the best thought leaders we have, but it also will curate in a crowdsourced format all the best practices, all the documentations we have, all the startup inventory checklists we have. So it's going to become a great hub for us to share information.